Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly succeed while others struggle for years? What if the one skill you're missing is right in front of you? Today, I'm going to tell you a story that reveals the true power of patience. Trust me, it's not what you think. By the end of this video, you'll understand why mastering patience might just be the most powerful thing you ever do, and how it can change your entire life. So, make sure you stick around until the end, because the lesson in this story will leave you seeing patience in a way you've never imagined. In a quiet village near the edge of a dense forest, there lived a young boy named Taro. Like many of us, Taro had big dreams. He wanted to be a great archer, known throughout the land for his precision and skill. He trained every day, but no matter how hard he tried, his arrows always missed their mark. Frustration grew in Taro's heart. He saw others, his peers, his friends, succeeding faster than him, and he couldn't understand why he wasn't improving. He practiced harder, shot more arrows, stayed up later, and pushed his body to its limits. But the more he tried, the worse he became. One day, in a moment of despair, Taro sought out an old master, a sage who lived high in the mountains. The master was known for his wisdom and for teaching the most important lessons in life, though no one knew what those lessons would be. Determined to get answers, Taro climbed the steep mountain path and arrived at the master's hut. The master greeted him with a gentle smile. "You seem troubled, young one," the master said. "I'm doing everything right, master, but I'm still failing. I practice every day, but I can't seem to improve. Everyone else is surpassing me. What am I doing wrong?" Taro asked, his voice filled with frustration. The master looked at him and motioned for him to follow. They walked in silence until they reached a calm, still lake at the base of the mountain. The master handed Taro a small stone. "Throw this stone into the lake," the master instructed. Confused, Taro threw the stone. As it hit the water, ripples spread across the surface, disrupting the peaceful stillness. The master asked, "What do you see?" "Ripples," Taro replied, still puzzled. "Now wait," the master said, "and watch." Taro waited as the ripples slowly faded, and soon the lake was calm once again, reflecting the sky like a mirror. "Now shoot your arrow at that calm reflection," the master instructed. Taro, unsure of what the lesson was, picked up his bow, aimed, and released his arrow. To his surprise, the arrow flew straight and true, landing perfectly in the center of his target. "How is that possible?" Taro exclaimed. "I didn't even practice." The master smiled. "The lake is like your mind. When you are frustrated, impatient, and overwhelmed, your mind is full of ripples, distractions that cloud your judgment and your skill. But when you are patient, when you wait for the stillness to return, you can see clearly. You can act with precision. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about waiting with intention, allowing the ripples of frustration to fade so you can see the path clearly." Taro began to understand. His problem wasn't that he lacked skill. It was that he lacked the patience to let his mind and his spirit calm down. He had been rushing through his practice, thinking speed would bring success. But in reality, it was the stillness that brought clarity. Over the following months, Taro began to train differently. He spent less time shooting arrows and more time finding his inner calm, waiting for the right moment to act. He would sit by the lake, breathe, and let the world around him slow down. And when the time came to shoot, his arrows never missed. Years later, Taro became known as the greatest archer in the land, not because of his strength or speed, but because of his patience. He understood that success wasn't about how fast you could reach your goal, but how well you could navigate the journey. Key lessons. Patience reveals clarity. When you allow the noise and distractions of frustration to fade, you can see the path forward with purpose and precision. Success is not a race. The fastest path often leads to failure. The most successful people understand the power of waiting for the right moment to act. Patience is a skill. Like any other skill, patience requires practice, intention, and focus. It's not about doing nothing, but about knowing when to move and when to wait. Inner calm leads to outer success. The more peaceful and patient you become within, the more powerful your actions will be. Remember, life is not about how quickly you can achieve your goals. It's about how well you can stay calm, focused, and patient as you move toward them. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, take a deep breath. Let the ripples fade and wait for the stillness. That's where you'll find your strength. If this story resonated with you, be sure to like the video so that YouTube will recommend it to others. Share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more wisdom-filled stories. Leave a comment below and tell me, how has patience, or the lack of it, shaped your life? Let's reflect on this journey together. And remember, mastering patience is the key to mastering success.